The seeker is one who sits on a sofa of the lazy boy. and and you need not to do extreme austerity. You need not to go to the Himalayas. You need not to do the fasting. Lazy boy, chair, sofa, you sit, close your eyes, and start contemplation. That is the life of a seeker. Choose anything, totally reclined couch, and ask yourself, where is the real self? We don't ask this question. And real self is here and now. Where I am the real self. Water is already present behind the waves. The gold is already present behind the earrings and necklace. Huh? Welcome, Lara. So our question today is, does mind have any idea about permanent peace, happiness, love, and wisdom? That is our topic today. So what you have to do with the body, that is why I said sit on a lazy boy chair, recline couch, close your eyes and ask that question to yourself. We need not to go for any extreme practices when we are a seeker. Yes, we need it when it is required. So listening means that you receive the knowledge. Contemplation and reflection means you oppose that knowledge in the mind, which takes you to stress and suffering because it is caused by the wrong notion. Are you getting it? And meditation is to remove all those impressions. You are already there. The 3 steps. Listening, we receive the knowledge. Contemplation and reflection means that we oppose the knowledge causing me sorrow and suffering. I gave another definition. I don't know, let me know it. I don't understand, let me understand it. So now I'm giving another definition. So I oppose the knowledge in the mind that causing me stress and suffering. How to oppose that knowledge? Ask yourself. Sitting with the closed eyes and thinking. Contemplation. And then what is left? Practice to remove all those impressions. So go back to the first question. Does our mind have any idea about the permanent peace, happiness, love, and wisdom? What is the answer that is coming to your mind? Can I say the mind has a faint idea about permanent peace and happiness? Do I love peace? Do I ever ask this question to myself? Tell me openly. I don't have money. I have problem with my honey. I have problem with my body. I have an appointment with the doctor. Do I love peace and happiness? That question, when you ask, the mind instantly answers yes, and the moment answers yes, the intellect confirms that peace is my essential nature. Mind does not want to believe it. I have a lot of challenges in my life. I carry the burden of sorrow and suffering on my shoulders every day. that knowledge needs to be opposed. Why? Now we all are seekers. We are not learning in the beginning, calm down, close your eyes, relax. No, 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 no. We are now very deep into the journey. And then ask, where is peace and happiness? It is within me. Mind says no. Again sit on a couch, lazy boy chair. Ask the question. Until this mind says yes, peace and happiness are within me, you will see 25% of your challenges drops. Another 50% drops by contemplation and reflection, and the rest is done by the practice. So what did I say? First step, listening, receiving the knowledge, listening. Contemplation and reflection, opposing the knowledge that is causing the stress and suffering. And then practicing it. Ask another question. This peace and happiness, love and wisdom, inside or outside? We all say, I'm fully busy, over busy, remain over busy. But ask, where is peace and happiness? You are busy outside, but peace and happiness remains inside. Ask yourself simple questions with a smile on the face. We never ask this question. So the moment you ask question, you become aware. Monitor is there, person, honey is there, kids are there, friends are there. No, peace and happiness are not there. It doesn't mean that you leave them. They are not there. Peace and happiness is out, inside. Mind must be settled in that knowledge. This is what our masters have been teaching us. And I have already told you, more than I would say, another 100 research studies have been done, and many papers are published in American Journal of Psychology, that those people who are over busy, they are searching peace and happiness outside. No doubt their level of IQ is 70% higher than average healthy individuals. Why? Because their intellect is searching peace and happiness outside, and they put hundreds of logic. A lot of research papers are published. So I was talking to one student, and then she researched into those, and she said, yes, you are right. I said, you are also right. Your IQ is 70% more than me. We both are right. Why it happens? We do not think. Ask the next question and answer. Why should we remove the idea that one day we will go to heaven? At present we are in hell. Heaven is outside. Now Lara has a smile. Heaven is outside, hell is outside, permanent peace and happiness inside. Can my mind simply think, live with this knowledge? In heaven we have a river of vodka, angels for pleasure. So you see, Eastern wisdom drops all the ideas of religion, cult, dogma, belief. You know, when I say heaven, it means it is in the future. First thing. And second thing, that after the death I will go to heaven. What the hell I will do after the death if I go to heaven? I want peace and happiness here and now. Look at the reasoning our masters make. And then they simplify. Heaven means favorable conditions created by the knowledge of the Eastern wisdom. You have favorable conditions at home, at office, at workplace, on the highway. How it is favorable? You are driving under a speed limit. And what happens in the family? Withdraw yourself from those issues where your mind has been reacting. You are teaching your mind. I can tell you, heaven will be there. Withdraw first, contemplate and reflect second, practice meditation third, wait for a revelation that how should I respond, not to react. You react, hell is there. So, but why it is not happening? I heard this message 100 times. Why this happens? Now we are a seeker, you can say, at the second level. We are contemplation. Why is our intellect hiding behind the mind? That is the reason. That is why I do not contemplate. That is why I don't find the time for myself. In the society, we say, no, I have been very busy. I don't find the time for myself. For myself? What I am doing in my life? For what? What I am doing in my life and for what? I have to be a little harder in these speaking so that you become a seeker. Why I am so busy? Only reason, the intellect is hiding behind our mind. But ask the next question, why the intellect is hiding behind my mind? You have to connect all the dots. That is what I am doing. Do you still remember the 3 diseases of the mind? Okay, no problem. Lazy boy chair, close your eyes and contemplate. 3 diseases of the mind is attachment. 1, sorrow and suffering. 2, third is the delusion, wrong notion. Because of the wrong notion, mind is hiding the intellect. Are you getting it? So simple. So that is why we say the wealth cannot buy happiness and peace. Relationship cannot buy peace and happiness. Whether you become soulmate or sourmate, whether you marry, you are single or you are divorced. They are not the conditions for my peace and happiness. Including the physical illness, Terry. That is also not the condition for my peace and happiness. And still we are running. Why? We do not guide the mind through contemplation and reflection. Sitting on a lazy boy chair and contemplate. It is the easiest thing to do. But why I am not doing? Because the intellect is hiding behind the mind. Clear? Why to bring intellect in front of the mind? Ask the next question. To purify this mind through contemplation. So if Bill Gates, think over it, he has many chairs and couches, that why I live loveless life, he will find the answer. Hope that he will not sue me. But I have a reason to answer. I will, if he summons me, I'm ready. So what happens? Do you understand that the mind is wandering, distracted only because of attachment, sorrow, and delusion? I am fully busy only because of three reasons. Think of it. Oppose this knowledge. That is the beauty of the Eastern wisdom. You cannot oppose any knowledge. It has been tested, validated, verified by more than 3,000 teachers. Whether it is Buddha, Rama, Krishna, Paramhans, include Jesus. These great masters, Confucius. So when I start thinking, these principles becomes mine. And when these principles becomes mine, you are free. Do you understand why the mind is wandering, distracted, blames, complains, reacts? Think of this. Think of this. So you have understood, you all are seeker. Ask yourself, am I ready to filter impure from the pure mind? I have to still use the mind. Mind is a necessary evil. I have to use it. But I am a user or a pleasure seeker. Did I cover that? No. When the mind is a pleasure seeker, you are gone. Hell and heaven. When you are a user of the mind, you know when, where, how to use this mind as an instrument, the way you use the car. Did I not cover? I will cover that. So one Upanishad says, Manohi devidham proktam shuddham cha ashuddham eva cha ashuddham kama sankalpam shuddham kam vivarjitam. What a beautiful first verse of the Upanishad. Amrit Bindu Upanishad. Mind is of two types. Who knows it? Intellect. Pure and impure. Impure mind caused by three diseases. Do you recall? Attachment and detachment. No, I don't have time. So okay, then suffer if you don't have time. Then don't complain. Or hell and heaven are waiting for you. You look at it, look at the beauty of understanding. Ashuddham, the impure mind, is caused by the detachment, one factor. Second disease, it leads to sorrow and suffering. It continues. Why? Because of wrong notions. Peace is outside, happiness is outside. Honey, you blame me for this, that's why I'm unhappy, I'm in stress. Throw these thoughts away. You don't need them. Why? We are human beings. Why? We have an intellect. Why? Intellect can make a choice. You know, this is the teaching I always wanted to teach, but until you become a seeker, then only I can speak this. So, mind is of two types. Impure mind, suffering from a disease. Pure mind, diseases are gone. Drop all these diseases. How? By contemplation and reflection. Am I saying you please believe me, close your eyes, I will bless you, I will send you to heaven? I'm not saying this. It's a pure understanding. Am I ready to filter impure from the pure mind by contemplation? And if we filter, what happens? 50% of the problems are gone, even if you may not have an IQ which is 70% higher than the average healthy individual. Do you know that those who have 70 or 80% higher IQ, my son was telling me, they are living in RV outside Google headquarters. Their earning is more than $150,000 annually. And many of them are beggars. They lost everything. I have to use those examples, they are fact and truth. I was looking at the interview, what I was, from where you are graduate? No, I'm graduate from MIT. What? Where are you? I'm living on a street. Still they have 70% higher IQ than us. Choose what you want to, where you want to live. I can give you hundreds of examples. So now ask the next question, why my mind continues to wander and distract? Because if it is distracted, if it is wandering, I'm over busy, then I'm suffering from 3 diseases. Do you still remember the 3 diseases of the mind? I believe so. So now from where they are coming? Master answers, they are coming from past impressions. Sanskara is the storehouse. Patanjali says karma shaya, reservoir of karmas. They have created lot of impressions. Oh, that is why I'm doing meditation. Now you have connected the dots. That is because I'm practicing meditation to throw out all the impressions. What will happen? Mind lives in the natural state. What is natural state of the mind will reflect the real self. That is meditation. 1 minute of instant relaxation is not meditation. 1 minute, 5 minutes. No. That is not there. So now you see you have gone to the root why the mind is distracted, why the mind is wandering. Once I understand it clearly, what happens during the day? Your mind returns to the old habit of anxiety. The intellect says, oh, because I don't know, that is, I have an anxiety. Intellect instantly wants to know. It recalls all those principles. Your anxiety is gone. I should not make a statement. I should say anxiousness. It means the same thing. Because if I say anxiety can be removed, then psychologists and psychiatrists will chase me. I have to, because they are put on YouTube, so you have to be careful. Where is? Who knows wandering and who knows the focus? Tell me. in you. Don't seek the help from anyone. The seeker knows my mind is wandering, intellect is in front, contemplate. Who knows my mind is distracted? The intellect in you knows. That is why you go to the doctor. At least you know it. So here the master says, you know it, sharpen your intellect to help you discover the real self. Well, if you want to go to MIT and other stuff, then obviously you have to increase your IQ. But don't land up becoming a beggar. Kabir was virtually a weaver. He was one of the greatest master ever lived. He is known as the Rumi of India. Shoemaker, Raidas was a shoemaker. How many shoemaker becomes the great masters? He continued his profession. He said, I have realized outer profession has nothing to do with it. Think of this. So ask these questions. What are those questions? Does mind have any idea about permanent peace and happiness, love and wisdom? If mind has an idea, then what should we do here and now? Because the mind is within me. Ask, a peace and happiness outside or inside? Why should we remove the idea that heaven and hell are in my life? Remove that idea. Why our intellect is hiding behind the mind? Answer this question. Hammer your mind again and again. Mind, why you are hiding my intellect? You need not to do this. No, I have understood you, but I am very busy. I will think over this question next time. Come on. Come on, what you are doing? You are a seeker. Are you getting it? This is what happens in our life. Otherwise, peace and happiness is here and now. Remember these questions. If you don't remember, go through it, and I hope you will. There is no truth in the hope. Anyhow, let us start our practice. Eyes are closed. Body is steady. Mind is facing within. And what next? Is the mind waiting something to come from outside? No. Mind is just sitting inside. Why it is sitting inside? Because the mind is now clear that peace and happiness are inside. Look at it, my friends, so simple. I have, over years, after I realized there is nothing simpler than meditation, provided knowledge is clear. And now move the mind on the entire, all the joints of the body, from the neck joint, slowly. Slowly, why? I'm not busy. You have to stay with me for an hour. Mind says I'm very busy. Now see the logic. Is it not a wrong notion? This needs to be dropped. I'm very busy. Just after this, I will be doing this. After this. Wait until after. Do you see? It demands contemplation and reflection. Then what happens to the body? Because the body is the servant of the mind. So now when the mind understands, it does not order the body. So when it does not order the body, body doesn't move. You see, I have given more than 50 understanding of what is being comfortable. That is the beauty of the Eastern wisdom. It is 2 plus 2 is not 4. 2 plus 2 becomes 6 and 10 and 20. So move the mind on all the joints of the body slowly. Slowly means you are aware, you are not busy. Shoulder joints, elbows, wrist, fingertips, spine, knees, ankles, toes. Do at your own pace. And as you do it, experience sensation, comfort, and steadiness. This spontaneity, every time you find meditation is little different. Yes, it has to be. Habit, mind will go to the 3 diseases. And the time will come when you be comfortable, you will find a different expression. When you are the highest level of a seeker. Because now the mind is engaged 100% in being comfortable, and experience of sensation, being comfortable and steadiness. Mind says, what is after that is only the space. What is after that? The space. What is after that? The space. What is after that? The space. Then triggers the past impression. We do not know which thought will enter today during the practice of meditation. So what the knowledge says, let any thought, good, bad, high, low, favorable, unfavorable, come. I am none of these thoughts, I am separate. That is being carefree. Live into that state. Body has a pain. Okay, that is also a thought and a feeling. I am separate from it. I am not the body. That is a bit at a higher level, but anyhow, we can employ that. Carefree. Even in the last 50 sessions, if you understand clearly what it means by being comfortable and being carefree, you will deepen the practice of meditation. I tell you, so simple thing. So in that state of being carefree and comfortable, steady body, mind is now naturally looking within. I made a casual statement. Mind is now naturally looking within. This is the biggest statement. It comes only by understanding. It will not come by practice. So, two things are required: clarity, understanding, plus practice. So, now the practice. What should I do when the mind is looking inside? Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Mind rarely has this knowledge. Let everyone be in the state of well-being. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Vaibhav, Stephen, Brandy, Kate, Lara, me, you, all are different. This pertains to IQ, how much we are different. And what is common element? We are seeking well-being. Where is well-being? Inside. We don't need IQ. Simple, clear mind. Do you see that? Can mind live into that state? Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Sarvesham shantir bhavatu. May there be peace for all. Peace for all. Do you remember? We explained peace is a good space. So if the mind continues to live in the good space, you are bound to have the calmness and peace. And meditation is beyond peace. The peace is a stepping stone. Sarvesham shantir bhavatu. I named all the participants, including me. I'm also a participant. They are waves. Peace is inside. Sarvesham shantir bhavatu. Sarvesham purnam bhavatu. See that. Understand it clearly. The my Purnam Bhavatu, may there be completeness in me at psychological, emotional, mental level. I can never be complete at physical level. I need to depend on the world outside for my food, for my shelter, for my clothes, and there is no problem. Let me work hard and do my meet my basic needs. So what we are looking for? Sarvesham purnam bhavatu. Our master says, I am complete at psychological, emotional, mental, existential level. Why? I am real self. Mind says that real self is also an object like money, like honey. There comes the wrong notion. 3 diseases of the mind. Sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. May there be auspiciousness and happiness in all. So in that state, the mind is already living within, but we need to push it little deeper. How? Simple. Look inside the forehead in the space. Pick a point in the space and start hammering Soham, 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 mentally. Mental, quick, fast, loud. And maintain your awareness on one condition, that there is no thought that comes in between two soham. Soham, 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 soham. See what happens? Soham, 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 soham. Soham, 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 soham. Continue, do not stop. If you stop, mind going out. If your rhythm goes down, mind. It is a way to recognize and return to the practice. Continue hammering with the quick, fast, and loud mantra in your mind. And you can become aware, yes, the mind is going within. Now do nothing. What it means by doing nothing, you are telling the mind, you need not to do anything. Why? Because every time you do something, you become impure. Means what? You maintain an awareness. And in that field of awareness, you undergo variety of experiences that you recognize and you accept it. Such a simple thing for a seeker. So now look inside the heart, in the space, center of the rib cage, that is the seat of our consciousness, and start hammering soham, 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 quick, fast, and loud. I told you, no thought should come in between two soham, no space is left. Means the mind will not go outside, it will not invite the three diseases. Quick, fast, and loud in your mind. You need not to worry about, keeping the body steady. The body will become steady by its own, own. Why? When when you leave the car in the garage, the car doesn't move by itself. The mind has left the body in the garage. Using a metaphor that will make a sense to you. Continue hammering. My friends, continue hammering. What a beautiful state you all are in. And now leave that hammering, do nothing. Do you recall what did I say by doing nothing? Awareness, knowledge, experience. Because I'm a self-conscious human being, so I'm aware. I experience what is happening, not what I'm doing and experiencing, in the state of doing nothing. Why? That will help me recognize and accept the changes taking place in the meditation without any reaction. Then what? I'll approach to the real self. Now looking inside the belly button, be aware of the space inside the belly button and start hammering Soham, 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 Soham deep inside in your mind. So what you are aware that there is no thought enters between the two Soham. They will enter, you recognize, and then you continue your journey. So you will come to know that how many past impressions are causing you the problem. We need little intense practice, or we can continue, or we need more understanding. And now do nothing. Remember, perhaps doing nothing is more important than doing something. But we do something because the mind is obsessed with doing something. Experience, awareness, knowledge, and experience. So we are a seeker. Now look at the top center of the head. Drop the mind inside in the space and start hammering also there on the top of the head with a mantra. Soham, 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 Soham. Quick, fast, and loud. First Soham is so much mixed with the second, you don't see any separation. Soham, 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 Soham. Reminder. Now stop this. I will remind you the meaning of Soham. Literal meaning is I am that. What is that? I am real self. So every time the breath goes in, Soham. Every time the breath comes out, Soham, I am real self. Now, perfectly normal, casual, in a natural state, you are dropping Soham on every breath going in and coming out. Sometime when we are driving, the journey is smooth. There are no red light, there is no traffic. People are there, but and we say how smoothly we drove. That happens in meditation. On that day, we are a seeker. At present, we have done all the steps, and this is a natural step. That breath is going in means maintaining your awareness and attention. Soham, out Soham. Even leave that. You need not to do anything now. Do you remember? Doing nothing is by default knowing what is happening. So I labeled it as awareness, knowledge, experience. They all are synonyms, but still I am using it for the sake of understanding. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your awareness on the right hand, your awareness on the left hand. Raise both your palms, place it on your eyes, open the eyes inside the palms, gather your experiences, bring the hands down, we'll share our experiences. How are you, Lara?
I am good. It was, I don't know if you saw, but the dogs came in and they were harassing me, and I was like, I'm just staying in my meditation and staying with it. So that was nice to be able to like have this physical distraction of things bothering me and then not going. And I found it sort of ironic this morning because I was listening to YouTube and it was talking about heaven and hell and how, it's a delusion, and that we think that this thing is outside of us and we're going to be happy once we get there, but we can't be happy here. And so it was nice for you to kind of weave that in to the teaching this morning as well. So it was good for me.
Good, very
so
good.
Thank you.
Oh, that's why you look sad when you were listening to Havel and Hen? Havel and Hell? Very good. How are you, Kate?
Morning, everyone. Hi, Garish. Thank you for asking. That was just an interesting experience. It was an interesting experience. I don't. Interesting is probably the wrong word. I noticed distractions every once in a while coming in between the sohams, and so I noticed the samskaras coming in between the sohams. It wasn't very often, but I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then I just kept going when I noticed it. And so it wasn't really that distracting, but I had never noticed it in such a way before. Like noticing the distractions
Beautiful.
directly.
It is beautiful. I think you made a wonderful statement. Oh, distraction has come. It's interesting. And then you return again. That is beautiful. That is the real journey. So it's not that, we did not succeed. We succeeded. Beautiful. At least, you are already on a lazy sofa doing meditation. So, so
It's not a lazy boy.
how are you, Brandy?
I'm really good. It was mostly focused and relaxing for me. And Kate, I'm with you. I have a lot of intrusive thoughts. That's not unusual for me, but it is nice when you're able to separate and keep going, right? And mine are sneaky, right? They're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, she's meditating. Let's just sneak it. I'm like, no, sneaky.
No, yeah. That is the way. That is what we say awareness. And there the intellect works. For that we don't need IQ. If we have more IQ, we'll be in the streets of. Anyhow, how are you, Stephen?
I'm good. Soham flowed throughout the entire meditation. The only thing that I noticed was the final Soham at the top of the head. I just felt a complete release of my body to where I thought I was relaxed to begin with, and I just felt just a full settling into the
Beautiful.
cushion I'm sitting on. So it was nice.
Beautiful, yeah. When the body is completely settled or becomes the steady because of the knowledge inside, the mind is not triggering the body. Mind triggers the body. No, I have to stand still. No, mind moved again. Body again moved by the mind, and then same mind thinks, no, I have to keep my body steady. That is not the way of practice of meditation. Mind has to learn. Mind, you're not going to the body. That demands awareness. That is what Stephen was explaining. Beautiful. How are you, Vaibhav? I'm going in a series, the way I see the virtual images. Yes.
Said what good experience, smooth, calm.
Smooth and calm. Beautiful. Yeah, smooth and calm, no distraction. Sometimes we think it is not deeper. Yes, it has to be deeper. How are you, Antoinette? Terry, you can open your, in the meantime. Antoinette.
That was very good. I felt a deep opening when we dropped Soham into the heart. And again, at the top of the head, very relaxing. I did have thoughts creep in, but I was able to just let them pass.
That is good.
Very relaxing.
Very relaxing and calming. Allow the thought to come in. You need not to fight with them. You need not to struggle with them. If you struggle with them, then go back. Which 3 diseases the mind is suffering from? You see the clarity. When you have a clarity, everything is calm and peace. How are you, Terry?
I had several in the earlier part of the hammering the Soham. I saw I don't know if I can say this, how to say it exactly. I saw like everything as the wave, and you know how like a wave.
That's beautiful.
When the tide goes out, though, it's like the water goes under the wave and goes backwards.
Yes.
And I saw that as escaping out of the wave into the nothing.
Nothingness, escaping out of the wave of body movement,
Yeah.
mind, thoughts.
Then when I got to the hammering the belly button, I wanted to forget the word belly button and not know it. And I then then we got up to the top of the head. I saw like the body and the mind and all the thoughts and the whole and everything that's a thing, like a suit
Good.
that you could just take off.
Hey, that's
Like it
beautiful.
was just open right here and just fall away.
That's a beautiful. That's a beautiful. You see, in spite of any condition in the body, we can still practice meditation. It only demands the right knowledge, right understanding, and a commitment. Any question, my friend?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
What is the question?
I had the question at the end during the if okay, I don't know how to put it into words.
Put it.
Is a sound, so if you're in nothingness, why is there a sound?
If there
'Cause
is,
I
if
thought
there-
that a sound was a vibration of something.
yes,
So if there's
yes,
nothing
yes.
there, how can it make a sound?
Yes, there are two parts of that question. In Eastern wisdom, we say that according to one principle, everything is created by the sound energy. And the primordial sound creating the material world and the manifest universe is Om.
Okay.
So that is the first part of an answer. But if we go to the second part of journey of a life of a seeker, we use the Om and many mantras until the mind becomes totally empty. It has an inward tendency of the mind, and then it is ready to reveal the real self. Until then, we use these mantras, and after that, we throw all the mantras out of it because we found the real self.
Thank you.
That is all for today. Thank you very much, and namaste.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Don't go down under the seeker, remain the seeker.
Lazy girl, not lazy boy.
Oh, yes, lazy girl. Yeah. Yes, you are right, I mistaken.